that same old place that you laughed about. Well, the names have all changed since you hung around, but those dreams have remained and they've turned around. Who'd have thought they'd lead you? Who'd have thought they'd lead you? Back here where we need you. Back here where we need you. Yeah, the tease in my lot, 'cause we got him on the spot. Welcome back.
Welcome back. Stretch. All right. Okay. Hopefully you had a good break. We're back again. This is the second cipher of the day for me. And welcome to untilit.works. I mentioned a cipher. A cipher is a 3-hour block of time. And within each cipher, there are sessions. There's a work session and a break session. Work sessions are like 45 minutes, heads down, just working on what you're working on, trying to make some progress, right? Focus work, basically. Then 15 minutes after the hour, I will pop up here the video to remind you to take a break. That's when the break sessions happen. So you can get up, drink some water, do what you got to do. The whole point is for you to be able to let your mind rest, kind of not focus on what you were just working on, and, just kind of like let your mind wander a little bit. So like I said, you can get up, walk around, or you can just watch me talk about something I found interesting on the internet. And it looks like, of course, my internet is going all weird. So we'll see how that works. Great. Now, so I'll go through this. I'll run through this real quick. Like I mentioned, you'll know it's break time because I'll pop up here and you pretty much forced to have to take a break. If you ever come to the site and we're in the middle of a break, the video may look like it's frozen, and that's because browsers don't allow for autoplay video with audio. And what is wrong with this thing? Hold on. It's plugged in. You know what? Oh, yeah, that's right. I don't think the Ethernet is working. Interesting. So, yeah, so I'm using Wi-Fi, it looks like. And it looks like it just went out. That is awesome. Yeah, great. Well, it's kind of like storming outside a little bit, like it's raining. So Florida, any little thing will like mess up. Everything will mess up. It was working fine earlier. Whatever. Now, so you may look like it's frozen. That's why I may need to click play to start the stream. All right, open closed caption. I'm using the speech recognition that's built into Chrome browsers to turn my speech into text. So if you click open closed captions, a space will open up and hopefully the words I'm saying will accurately be placed in there. Cool. Then, if there's ever anything during these break sessions that you thought was kind of interesting, you can actually clip it out and you can create a highlight clip. So if you click add a clip, it goes back a couple of seconds and marks a timestamp, right? Each clip is 5 seconds long and you get 5 clips. Now, if you click that create a highlight video before I shut down the break session, what happens is it'll save those timestamps, take the recording of the break session, cut out the timestamps, join together, put an intro, put an outro, and then you'll be able to check it out. And I'll show you where you can check that out. Then there's a countdown timer, countdown when the next work session starts. And if you like to join the room and chat or ask questions, you can click join the room and it will get you right in here. All right, cool. Now, work session, that looks like this. Once it loads, cool. So now the work session will look something similar to this. In the upper right-hand corner, we have the menu, home, shop, subscribe, and log in, log out, depending if you logged in or logged out. Subscribe has a list of all the upcoming ciphers, so you can subscribe to get notified when we go live. On the opposite side, we have a audio player. So if you want to listen to some music while you're working on what you're working on, I had some friends of mine who make really dope music submit some instrumentals. And so if you want to listen to some stuff, you can. It's a Bandcamp player, so it means you can purchase a track, you can share it, and I also added a link to tweet it out. So if you want to spread the word about some really dope music and artists, feel free to do so, please and thank you. Towards the center there, we have the to-do section. You type in where it says add a task, you type in your task, hit enter, that'll add it to the list. You click the text of the task to edit it. You can click the X button to delete it, or if you want to mark it complete, just click the checkbox and now send it to under done. And so you can click the header done and it'll show you all the things you got completed. Before I finish everything up and shut down for the day, if you click that Twitter icon, it will open up Twitter and it will pre-populate a tweet with all the things you got completed. And so it's kind of a nice way to like wrap up the session knowing I got some stuff done, feeling good going into the week. At least that's for me. Then to the column to the right, we have a countdown timer, countdown to when the next break session happens. And again, that's 15 minutes after the hour. View tutorials. So if you're ever, if you don't have a thing that you've been meaning to work on and you're kind of looking for something and you're like brand new to coding and you heard about web development and you're kind of like wondering whether or not you want to try it, I have links to Free Code Camp and the Odin Project. And from what I've seen from the curriculum and what people have told me, if you go through those programs, at the end of it, you'll have a good idea of what it takes to do web development. And then from there, you can make an educated decision on whether or not you want to spend more time and or money in pursuing it. So I have those links there for you. I also have, so if you're already into coding, but you're looking for your next project and you want something to kind of get the creative juices going, I have some tutorials there. And I think will kind of jumpstart you into like, oh, okay, I can extend this into something like a bigger app. So I'm a JavaScript developer advocate at Vonage, and part of my responsibilities are to look over tutorials. And so I have 3 tutorials there that where, for example, one of them, you follow the tutorial and you end up with this application where it has an input box. You put in your real world phone number into it, you hit call, and then that will ring your real world phone and you can have a conversation back and forth. Then there's another one where it's like the opposite, where you get a virtual number. You call that virtual number from your real world phone. The application you create will then ring and then you can answer it and then you'll be able to have a conversation back and forth. And then there's the other one where like 2 users like log in to a application and one can call the other through the browser and have a conversation. So those are there. I think they're pretty cool. And yeah, check them out if you like. Cool. Hako will come back to. Show and tell sign up. If you want to come up here and talk about something you found interesting on the internet, feel free to do so. Show and tell sign up will walk you through that process. Then that video you sent to be created, while it's being worked on, under highlight, it'll say status submitted. And then when it's ready to be viewed, it'll say status done and a view button will show up. You click the view button, you can preview the video, you can download the video, and you can also click to share to Twitter. Twitter sometimes shows the video depending on the URL. Sometimes it doesn't. So I post the video to other like social media places. And so I download the video and I attach it to the tweet so I know it shows up. And yeah, so that's that. Cool. Back to Hako. Hako stands for Help a Coder/Creator Out. Right? It's a thing I created to where if you ever get stuck on something, you can create a room or a Hako and invite people into the room. And hopefully together, collaboratively, you'll be able to work together collaboratively and come up with a solution or the feedback that you're looking for. All right. So if you click view, it'll show you all the different Hakos that have been created. You can click the creator's name to open up Twitter or GitHub, depending on what they logged in with, and check out the profile to see if you want to request to join. There is a filter box. So you can filter by different keywords if you're looking for something specific. Now, when you create a Hako, you're presented with a form. And you put in the title and 3 keywords, you hit create, and then I'll then generate a unique URL that you can then copy or click to share to Twitter. Now, when you join the Hako, this is what it looks like. The title's up at the top center. Over on the right-hand side, we've got, you can leave the Hako, and you can also open the menu for some more options. We have a chat here on the right-hand side, a text chat. On the left-hand side, we have the countdown timer, countdown when the next break session happens. We also have, you can copy the URL again. You can click to share to Twitter. And then when someone clicks your link, they just don't join your room automatically. They're actually requesting to join your room. And so they'll show up under pending. You can click their username to either open up Twitter or GitHub, depending on what they logged in with. And then from there, you can take a look at their profile and determine whether or not you want to let them into your room. Now, if you do approve them and they turn out to be a terrible person, well, you can always ban them and kick them out of the room. Now, you as the owner of the Hako, only you can share your screen, right? Now, the reason for that is because the whole point of the Hako is for you to be able to get help with what you're looking for or maybe feedback. People what you're seeing, I think it provides a lot of context that other people can then give you the help or the feedback that you're looking for. And so that way it's just a little bit easier because when you can see what somebody else is seeing, it's just a little bit better. Now, the way you communicate through the Hako, there's a text chat. You enter your message here towards the bottom, hit send, and it'll add it to the list of messages. I also added the ability to enable text chat. My bad. Audio chat. Something was just weird just now. It was flashed white. Audio chat. So anybody has their audio chat enabled will be able to speak to and hear each other. But don't worry for the folks who don't have audio chat enabled, they'll still be able to follow along because what people are saying will be turned into text and put into the text chat. So they'll still be able to kind of know what's happening. I also added the ability for the opposite. So you have text to speech. So if you're not looking at the text chat, you can still follow along because all the messages put into the text chat will be read out aloud by your browser. And that way you can still follow along. All right. I think that is pretty much it. Cool. Yeah. And then you can check out all the different hot codes that have been created. And I think, yeah, that is pretty much it. Cool. I'm going to get you all back to work because I am trying to get back to work. I'm actually packing. I'm going to a conference in a couple of days. So I want to try to pack early because just in case if I forget anything, I can always order it and hopefully get it by tomorrow. But I think I should be good. Yeah, because I just came back from like Georgia. So I'm basically just transferring stuff I didn't use over. And so should be good. And it's for work. So like all my work clothes is already like ready. And so, yeah, it shouldn't be much. I don't think it's just ironing a couple of things and just kind of locating some stuff like chargers and things. So other than that, I think it should be good. So I'm gonna try to finish that up during this break, this work session. And when we come back, we'll talk about something I found interesting on the internet. All right. Sounds like a plan. Cool. So what we're going to do is we're going to send you off with some traveling music. And this here is an artist that goes by the name of, where did the thing go? This one. It goes by Anthony Cruz, a.k.a. A Butta. The track is called Thank You. Thanks for hanging out. And catch you 15 minutes after the hour. Till then, I wish you much productivity. All right. Y'all be easy. And thanks. Peace.
I want to say thank you for holding on. When a brother was down and out, now I feel so strong. And I want to say thank you for being there. When a brother had nowhere to turn to, you were there. And I feel like, yeah. And everybody says, yeah. We spread love like, yeah. I want to say thank you for holding on. When a brother was down and out, now I feel so strong. And I want to say thank you for being there. When a brother had